Owl Field Hockey now has an All-American. 2 track and field athletes have top 10 national rankings, and men's basketball takes down the nation's number 12 team. Those stories and more up next on Inside Owl Athletics. Hello and welcome to the final episode of the fall semester. I'm Peter Dubois. The Keene State men's basketball team came back home for their second Little East Conference game of the season on Wednesday night, facing the Anchormen of Rhode Island College. Inside Owl Athletics' Matt Holderman reports this conference matchup was a wild one.
The Owls came into Spalding Gym with all sorts of momentum, but they faced a Rhode Island College team that's much improved from last season.
The game got off to a quick start, with the division rivals trading buckets back and forth in the opening minutes. Keene State finally surged ahead with a 3 from Devon Beasley, followed by another 3 from Ty Nichols, making it 22-16 5 minutes in. But the Anchormen charged back, taking the lead by more than 10 points near the end of the first half. Thanks to some layups from James Inozie, the Owls were able to cut Rhode Island's lead to 6 at the half. The Owls came back quickly at the start of the second half, and a jump shot from Miguel Prieto tied things up at 59. Prieto came up clutch again a few minutes later, scoring a 3-pointer that gave the Owls the lead. Keene State never looked back from there and went on to score the conference win over Rhode Island College, 98-85. Ty Nichols led the way for the Owls, scoring 30 points to go with 10 rebounds and 9 assists. Nichols says that after a slow start, the team made game-winning adjustments before the final half.
We didn't play our regular brand of basketball in the first half. So, we went to the locker room, we talked about a few things, talked about a few adjustments that we need to make. Coach came downstairs with a few adjustments, and then we just came out and we played our brand of basketball. And I was able to hit some shots in the second half, and then obviously rebound the ball and get my teammates involved as well.
With the victory, the Owls now boast a 3-game win streak and are 2-0 in the Little East Conference. Their next match will be at home Saturday against UMass Dartmouth. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Matt Holderman.
Along with Nichols scoring 30, 4 other KSC players scored double figures, which is the second game in a row that has happened. The Owls men's basketball team went on the road to face their 3rd top 25 ranked opponent of the season last Saturday. This time, that opponent was number 12 Middlebury College. The Owls began the contest with fury, going up 14-5 in the first few minutes thanks to 7 points from C.D. Diallo. Middlebury roared back multiple times near the end of the first half, but a 3 from Edwin Izidonwin and a buzzer-beating layup from Ty Nichols gave the Owls a 10-point lead at halftime. The Panthers came back again with just under 10 minutes to go, but Nichols kept the Owls in front with this 3-point play. The number 12 team in the nation would not quit, though, tying up the game in the final minutes. But one final charge by the Owls sealed the deal. Nichols scored more points, and Miguel Prieto got this steal and layup to put Keene State ahead for good. The Owls got the win over number 12 Middlebury, 93-88. The Owls had a tough challenge trying to get their first conference win when Rhode Island College came to town. Inside Owl Athletics' Tyler DeRosa reports on how the Owls fared against the Anchorwomen.
The Owls kept the game close at first, but the Anchorwomen showed why they are a top team in the LEC. Keene State started the game shooting well from the field, including this rare 3-pointer from Samira Singare. Rhode Island College was able to get the lead, but the Owls would keep it close off of this 3 by Emily McPadden to end her 2-game scoring drought. The Anchorwoman kept the Owls at arm's length heading into the half with this buzzer-beating 3 to end the second quarter. Rhode Island's Ornella Livramento would be the first one to score coming out of the half, building the lead for the Anchorwoman. Jamira Castro would continue building on the Anchorwoman's lead when she was able to score an easy 2 points off of this steal. The Anchorwoman would put the game away in the fourth quarter as Brooke Young would hit her 3rd 3 of the game. Rhode Island wins 61-35. Emily McPadden feels like her team wasn't able to shut down Rhode Island in the areas where it mattered most.
I think that we didn't play to the scout. We didn't take away people's strengths. We honestly gave them their strengths and took away their weaknesses. So we just have to focus more when we're going through personnel and stuff like that.
The Owls will try and get back on track in the 10th game of their homestand against another LEC opponent in UMass Dartmouth on December 8th. For Inside Owl Athletics, I'm Tyler DeRosa.
The indoor track and field team is off to a strong start. Saturday, they traveled to Smith College for a non-points meet. Lauren Perkowski is carrying her fall LEC cross-country championship momentum over to the indoor season. Saturday, she won the 5,000 meters in 17:57:37, giving her the 10th fastest time in the country. Freshman Caleb Stever won both the high jump and triple jump. His high jump of 1.95 meters is also the 10th best in the nation. The Keene State Swim and Dive team has wrapped up the fall semester with a strong showing at the MIT Invitational. Both the men's and women's 400 freestyle relay teams hit NCAA B-cut marks. Those times could qualify the Owls for the NCAA championships in March. Field hockey scoring sensation Nina Bruno can now call herself an All-American not once, but twice. Bruno has been named third-team All-American by Synapse Sports. She has also been named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association second-team All-Americans list. Bruno had 32 goals on the season. She also had 10 assists to go along with a team-leading 74 points, making her the 16th All-American in program history. Bruno is happy that the work she has put in is being recognized on the national stage.
Obviously hard work pays off. Like, I've been working for something like this since I came to Keene. Even in high school, that was one of my goals that I never got to accomplish, but having it here is just like unreal. It's still surreal. Like, it hasn't like sunk in yet.
Bruno and her team finished the 2018 season as LEC champs and made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament. The Little East Conference is honoring 5 individual Owls and 1 team this week. Basketball senior Ty Nichols is the LEC Player of the Week after leading his team to a pair of wins, including the upset of number 12 Middlebury. Freshman Edwin Ezadomwin is the Rookie of the Week. Senior Katie Brandeberry is your Swimmer of the Week for the 3rd time this season. The senior had a B-cut qualifying time in the 400 free relay at MIT. Track and field freshman Shannon Parks is your Women's Rookie Field Athlete of the Week, following a second-place finish in shot put at the Smith Invitational. Teammate Caleb Stever is the Men's Rookie Field Athlete of the Week for his wins in the high jump and the triple jump at Smith. And finally, the 4x200 women's relay team is your LEC Relay Team of the Week after a first-place finish at the Smith Invitational. Team members include Amanda Deppert, Nicole Dalmadia, Taylor Basalian, and Skylar Gauthier. Your Owl Athletes of the Week are Lauren Perkowski and Edwin Ezadomwin. Perkowski's dominating 5,000-meter run over the weekend has qualified her for the New England Division III and Open New England Championships. Along with his LEC award this week, Ezadomwin scored double digits against UMass Boston and in the big win over Middlebury. Congratulations to all of our Athletes of the Week. There's a lot that goes into getting ready for a basketball game. There are hours of practice, getting the team packed up and on the road. Much of that wouldn't happen if it weren't for team managers. This week, I talked to the managers of both the men's and women's basketball teams.
Brandon Paul makes every practice, meeting, and game, but you won't find his name in the box score.
I played basketball in high school and I was really going to miss not being able to play. I wanted to get involved any way that I could.
He found his place on the college hardwood as the team manager. It's an all-encompassing job. He helps run the scoreboard, assist in drills, film games, and much more.
They make sure that some of those little things get done that we need done on a daily basis, and the amount of effort that goes into those things can be a lot.
It's awesome to get to be in the locker room, get the same daily speech that all the players get. So I just wanted to be as much part of the team as I could, and this is a really good way of doing it.
This year, he's also helping sophomore David Pasantes learn the ropes.
So far, loving it. I definitely plan on sticking with this in the next 2 years that I'm here.
When the women's team takes the floor, Honesty Johnson is there keeping the bench in order.
I never thought about being a manager because I play sports, so I'm not really one to be on the bench. But when I met the girls, they're really nice, and they needed a manager, and it was I'm free, so I did it. And just because how genuine and nice they are, I was I'll have a good time.
It's that spirit that makes these managers love what they do and makes them feel truly part of the team.
They definitely respect what we do for them. It makes their life quite a bit easier. This is my favorite part of the day, is coming to practice, going to games.
I just love being involved. I love meeting new people. I love making people happy. I love seeing people do great. That's just what I'm about.
Oftentimes people see, you know, the stat lines and the accomplishments of the players and, you know, the results, right? You know, the big wins, the tough losses, and don't get an understanding always of everything that goes into running, you know, a high-level program and trying to be competitive. And people like, you know, student managers, I think they have a huge role in a program.
Those managers and their teams will be working through the holiday break. The women tip off the 3-game road trip at Middlebury on December 29th. The men will travel to Lancaster, Pennsylvania for a tournament. The Student Athlete Advisory Committee is a group of student athletes that represent the voice of their respective teams. Inside Owl Athletics correspondent Kayla Prisco talks to the president of SAC, Sam Sullivan, back in the studio.
Sam, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So SAC is involved in the City of Keene's recreational youth programs such as basketball and soccer. Is this something that's going to be continued next semester?
Yeah, we're definitely going to continue it next semester. Last semester, we actually got awarded the President's Leadership Award for our involvement with the Keene Parks and Rec Department. Basically, in the fall, the 2 soccer teams hold a clinic for the youth soccer teams, and then in the, I guess it would be winter, we have each team and the coaches go once every Saturday. Yeah, every Saturday, and they just teach all the youth kids how to play basketball. So it's a really cool experience. I personally don't know how to play basketball at all, but it's just basics like dribbling, passing, shooting. So it's really cool to like watch them.
As SAC president, what do you have to do personally?
Well, basically, I just go and like help facilitate all the meetings, and then I oversee all the different committees we have. So like Special Olympics, community service involvement. We have Greeks First Athletes as one of the chairs, and with that, I like host the Greek First Athlete Olympics. So yeah, I basically kind of just like oversee everything and answer questions that the campus has about SAC and things like that.
And what events can we see next semester?
In the spring, we have D3 week. So we have our Greek First Athlete, as I said, our Greek First Athlete Olympics. So that's like basically all field day activities, and it just kind of ties together the athletes and the Greeks. So that's really cool. We also have the Special Olympics basketball tournament is actually hosted at Keene over spring break. I believe it's at the end of either spring or Christmas break. I can't remember right now, but so we volunteer for that as well, the athletes do. And then I'm trying to think what else. We're trying to get ambassadors come from Special Olympics and do like a whole little talk on what it means to be a Special Olympian. And that's really moving. We did that my freshman year, and it had a really big impact on all the student athletes. So we're trying to bring it back this year to kind of like show our tie with Special Olympics, because it's not really something that the whole campus knows about.
Right. And SAC represents the voice of the entire student athlete population here at Keene State. How does an athlete become a part of SAC, and how do you start to plan events?
So basically, it's 2 representatives from every team. We tend to have it be like a coach recommends them based on their leadership skills or something like that, or if they reach out to their coach or a teammate with like an interest because of, you know, hearing about Special Olympics or the Greek First Olympic athletes. Greek First Athlete Olympics. So if they have like good leadership skills, their coach will acknowledge them, or just interest. Obviously, if more than 2 athletes want to join, we aren't gonna like say no, but we don't want the whole team because it kind of defeats the purpose of like bringing a small group together. So. And planning events, we have chairs for all our different committees. It's 2 people who kind of are like in charge of running the different events, and they work with the advisors, myself, and the vice presidents to sort of plan all these different events. So you just volunteer if it's something that you're interested in.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, good luck with the rest of your semester.
Thanks.
And thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
Track and field on the road and a home basketball doubleheader close out the semester sports schedule. Track and field will be in Providence this weekend for the Rhode Island College Invitational. Events begin at 11. Back here on campus, the women's and men's basketball teams are hosting UMass Dartmouth in a doubleheader. The women tip off at 1 and the men follow at 3. Remember, you can watch all Keene State home contests through the Owl Athletics website. Just go to KeeneOwls.com, click on the Game Day tab, then select Live Broadcasts. Again, that's KeeneOwls.com, Game Day, and then Live Broadcasts. This is our final program before we break for the holidays. We'll be back in 2019 with more Inside Owl Athletics. Thanks for watching, happy holidays, and we'll see you February 1st.